Yes, my people, as the hot, it don't happen. No, Nigeria civil society situation room, they don't cry out. They talk, say Inec not act fairly for this election, and the way Inec management they act is very poor, and they constantly expose a lot of things concerning Inec, what they do for this election when they not like. Please, my brother family, please do me a favor, just hit this like button, send me Facebook for recommending this video, give the world when they see the way Inec they act for this election. Please share this video, make Inec see am. Comment your opinion, what you feel concerning this video after you listen to what this group talk. Watch, share, and comment.
And also here with us in the studio, Fusika, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, and Kemasode Wodo, another lawyer and Senior Advocate of Nigeria, who is joining from Yenagua, Bayelsa State. Feels great to have all of you with us. Thank you for joining us. Well, Maori, let me start with you. You are part of the Nigerian Civil Society Situation Room, and that body already issued a statement yesterday scoring Inec low in terms of the management of the electoral process. What did you observe as somebody who was on the field monitoring the election? And if you could take us through the main highlights of that statement by the Nigerian Civil Society Situation Room.
Okay, yesterday we just issued another press release now, Nigerian Civil Society Situation Room, which is also in line with what we issued yesterday. Yesterday, we went to observe. I have to start from my point before coming to Nigerian Civil Society Situation Room, a report from across the country and our network of observers. We went round before 8. We went to we went to over 20 polling units in the morning before 8:30. We didn't cite any Inec personnel or material. It was when we got to Kabusa registration area that we saw many Inec vehicles loading to go to their polling units. And we saw a polling unit of Inec in that Kabusa registration area that has 1,916 registered voters. They have their materials, they have their personnel, but they didn't bother to even set up. And when I was snapping pictures of what was going, he said, "Please, madam, leave here." I said, "I can't leave here. You are here, you refuse to start. I have to make reports to Nigerian Civil Society Situation Room." And even while we were complaining of Abuja, the situation of Southeast was so bad that at the point we issued the release, only 6% of entire southeastern Nigeria where Inec personnel and materials were deployed to only 6% areas, polling units. And the worst is that the Okpara Avenue, that is opposite Inec office in Enugu, there was no Inec personnel, no Inec material, till up to 11 a.m. and even 12 p.m. in the midday. So, and we don't know this. And this Inec, this is the worst election I have observed since 1999. I've never seen the things I saw yesterday in the field. When they come late, the personnel, they first of all take their time to post things, paste things on the wall. After, they will take another time to come and do voter education for voters who have been waiting since 7 a.m. Say how you will queue, how you will vote. After they have finished explaining, then they will start accreditation if the beavers is working. The next thing they will say, ink has finished. And this is the most expensive election, almost $1 trillion, not even the money from donor agencies. And we cannot understand or explain what happened yesterday. The Imesi who would rule a set. And I never knew that we have to come to a time in our lives that when who is even a reproach and a byword in Nigerian electoral system will become a saint. Yesterday it happened. Yesterday it happened. By 12, former NLC president were calling situation room that in the whole of Meduguri, they didn't cite Inec or personnel. At that point, they were going from polling unit to polling unit. The same call we were receiving all over. People were even saying, what can we do? And people, and the most significant thing we witnessed yesterday is the people. Nigerians came in the southeast, despite the stress of insecurity. They came as early as 5 a.m. and they sat there. Many of the people started going there around 12. 2 p.m., 2:30 p.m. When the polls supposed to have closed, that when they started going in pockets of places. If I will send the report which just issued, 13 states, many of the polling units they didn't even see Inec personnel materials till the end of yesterday. And that is where our observers observed, because we have only 2,520 observers from our network of observers. But we have 196 polling units. So many of those places we don't have observers. We don't even know what happened there. So Inec has to compile a list of the polling units across the country where they didn't organize the election yesterday, or where talks disrupted the elections, so that they will organize elections in those polling units, because Nigerians cannot be shortchanged. And this is the limit we will have. Enough is enough. We can't have a woo-woo in 21st century. It's not possible.
Thank you.
But Uma, you talked about the Situation Room report. There was a preliminary report yesterday. You said the Situation Room has just released another report. Are the details of those two reports different from the account you
I just left the press conference.
Excuse me?
No, this time around we gave details. This time around we gave details of the happenings at different places.
Thank you, ma'am. Let's bring this conversation into the studio. Fusika, you know, Maudi just said that these are the worst elections that she's experienced since 1999, and observers have certainly come out with reports that are damning on Inec. What are your thoughts on the handling of the election process, from Inec not showing up to certain polling units to Beavers as well, not working properly, and allegations, or rather statements from Inec officials coming out to say that they cannot upload Beavers results to the electoral violence that was witnessed in many parts of the country yesterday? How would you assess the handling of the 2023 elections?
I think that it may be, I don't want to speak for Inec, but maybe two appearance sometimes don't reflect the reality. Inec is not the only player in this election. And I think Dr. Abati, who, had a foray of some sort into it, would confirm some of these things. See, Nigerian politicians are very, very crafty, Earlier on, we were told about a polling unit without a pad, ink pad for people, 2 persons that are supposed handling about 1,000 people. I would want to believe that in the normal course of things, INEC would have provided those materials, would have made arrangement for personnel. It's unthinkable to think INEC would not have done that. But our Nigerian politicians, they do a lot of polling. Oh. They know where they have strengths, where they have weaknesses, and so on and so forth. And as they are planning to win, they are also planning on what to do if things do not go out well for them. I'm not saying that was what happened, but don't rule out situations where Nigerians like us who were supposed to go and conduct elections will fall under the influence of some other persons and say, please don't turn up, don't just go there. So to create a confusion. Nigerians who are supposed to be delivering on this INEC mandate will be told, okay, maybe they know how many minutes it takes for somebody to vote. So if you have 1,000 voters in a polling unit, for instance, you need so number of hours. They simply influence those people to say, don't turn up by 11, don't turn up by 8:30, go there by 12, or 1 o'clock or whatever. Or if they cannot achieve that, they say, okay, just say you don't have ink, you don't have pad, you don't have this, you don't have that. So INEC alone cannot ensure free and fair. They could do better with their, but they alone need the cooperation. INEC needs the cooperation of every Nigerian to, deliver free and fair elections. And that's all this talk about, structure and so on and so forth. We talk about Beavers earlier before you came in Warri. You saw a situation where people are gathered saying we want to vote, and they are being told that voting had taken place, already in that place. Our politicians, they practice democracy, but they really don't believe in it. They will do anything to make them win. I think what INEC should do going forward is to find a way to remove their own system completely, if it is possible, from having to use state structures. Because when they come to a particular state, they cannot create their own fresh whatever. Maybe they bring in NGOs. I don't know how it's going to be done. As long as you continue to rely on the state to support you,